Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are answering your questions.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us again today. Dan and Leslie with Addicted to the Mouse. So we have a podcast that publishes every Sunday and Wednesday night, and we just hit our 4-year anniversary.
Yay!
It's a travel-related podcast. We focus on Disney, Universal, primarily Disney, but also Universal and cruise lines. And we asked all of our listeners to give us as many questions as they could think of to celebrate our 4-year anniversary.
And we got a lot.
We got a few. So we got way too many to do in one podcast episode. So we told everybody we'd come back here to the YouTube channel and answer some more questions here. So like it or not, we are answering your questions.
I don't even think we'll still get through all of them, but we're going to do our best.
That's right.
All right, so first up we have from Casey Aussie. She asked what the best pizza is in Disney World and or Orlando.
Well, so full disclosure, as many times as we've been to Disney and Orlando over the last almost 10 years, we have never eaten pizza off property.
Oh, once.
Did we? Oh, we did.
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
Flippers.
Flippers
And it
was
was
good.
very good. So, I mean, that's the only one off-site that I have.
So
I would highly recommend Flippers.
in our experience, Flippers is the best offsite. But for Disney, I'm going to say Via Napoli.
Oh, hands down. That pizza, I dream about it whenever we're home and cannot wait to have it again.
Yes, so Via Napoli in Epcot at the Italy Pavilion.
Yes.
That's the best. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Clean16 says, what is your #1 Disney trip? Ooh, you know, we have so many great trips. I think I think just the 4 of us, I think it's probably July of 2016 or July of 2019.
So I think that this one that we're about to go on next week is probably going to be my favorite because we're closing on the house and we're doing a split stay between Universal and Disney. So check out all those videos as they post every week. But yeah, in the past, I would say probably the favorite for me is when we went with our friends in March of 2018. We stayed in a 2-bedroom villa over at Saratoga. They're kind of foodies like us, so we loved going to all the different restaurants in Disney Springs, and it was their really first time as a family going to Disney World, so that was fun to see.
Yeah, very cool. Another really cool trip that we got to go on was with my whole family, and we stayed in a 3-bedroom grand villa at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and that was incredible. So, yeah. So many favorites.
So real quick, let me interject here. If you are new to the channel, we do all kinds of videos related to family travel and now moving to Orlando because we are moving to Orlando here in the end of the year. We are closing on our house in about a week, about a week.
About a week.
So by the time that this airs, it'll be 1 week before we close on our house. If you want to check out that whole journey, we will do everything from a house tour to like wiring it for a smart home into the moving process and how it is going from Oklahoma to Orlando. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and give us a thumbs up if you like these.
Absolutely. All right, so L. Vicky asks, what is our favorite moment at Disney?
Oh man, favorite moment. So I really liked that moment in the March of 2018 trip when all the kids, R2 and theirs, were playing in the fountain at Disney Springs. Got some great pictures. They just had an amazing time. That was a really good one.
That was a good moment. That was a great moment. I have a couple. I'll say one of them was when Aiden got to do Pirates League for the very first time. He was so excited, and people just kept commenting on it all throughout the park, and he just loved it. He just soaked it all up. And then another favorite one was when we were staying at Bay Lake Tower and Aiden was sleeping, and we Jennings, we went to wake him up to like get going, and he was like, I don't want to get up. And Jennings goes, too tired to go to downtown Disney? We're leaving you here. It was
That's
just
pretty good.
adorable. As a matter of fact, we've made t-shirts with that on it now because we love it so much.
Another one was when we first went 2012, and Jennings had just turned 1 year old, and he got his haircut, for his very first haircut on Main Street at the barbershop.
Oh man, and that boy had some hair. We had to hold off for a little while for that one.
All right, so Jamie asks, if you could live at one Disney resort, which one would you choose? I'm going Polynesian. For sure. Poly is our favorite resort. Now, as far as theming goes, I could make an argument for maybe Animal Kingdom, but it just has the, I call it the trifecta. It's got the theming, it's got the food, and it's got the transportation. You can walk to Magic Kingdom, you can monorail to Epcot when that comes back, you can boat, you can do all kinds of stuff. And then we love just watching the fireworks out there on the beach.
Yeah, you make a really great point though with Animal Kingdom, because that was part of the reason that we bought into Animal Kingdom for DVC, is because it's quiet and the animals. I mean, there's nothing quite like getting to sit out on your balcony and have a cup of coffee in the morning or a glass of wine at night and watch the animals just wander. So that's really cool.
It definitely has the theming and the food. Food's great there.
Yeah.
Not so much the transportation.
Yeah. All right, so Jen Aaron 31 asks, what are you most nervous about moving to Florida? This is a great question.
Me personally, I am most nervous about how the kids will fit in and make new friends. Now, it's been a weird year, a little over a year, with everybody being remote and then sometimes going back in person, sometimes not.
Yeah.
So I think that's taught us that we can maintain relationships here in Oklahoma virtually, but that's probably my chief concern.
I think that's probably the thing I'm most nervous about too. I'm not really nervous about anything else. It's just how the kids will adjust. So, and they're excited to go. We just hope that they fit in and make friends.
You don't know how you're going to fit in until you're actually there.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we at? Okay, so Jill asks, where do you hope to travel in the next few years, Disney or otherwise?
Well, we want to go to every Disney park internationally. So we'd like to go to Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Disneyland Paris, as well as the Universal resorts that are near all of those places as well. So that's definitely going to be a number one.
Yeah, internationally, we really want to go to Europe, like Western Europe and Southeast Asia, and probably Western Europe will happen first. We actually have a ton of points that we were supposed to go to London and Paris with airline points. Last year it all got canceled because of COVID, so those expire at the end of this year, so we'll see if we could set something up just for a quick trip over and back, just to use the points for next year at some point. Domestically, I'd love to get back out to Alani at some point, just because we didn't really get a chance to explore that well.
I'd like to take the kids to New York City, Washington, D.C., and Boston.
Okay, so real quick, sorry about the barking in the background if you can hear that. It was just such a nice day today. This is the first time that it's been like mid-70s, sunny on a weekend. Bless you.
Sorry.
2 weeks ago, we had snow like 6 inches deep with ice under that, and it was negative temperatures, so we wanted to be outside and enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's dive back in. Okay, so Leah says, what is our favorite Disney smell?
Oh, the Werther's shop, the caramel popcorn in the Germany Pavilion in Epcot.
Yeah, that's totally the one I was going to say too. I always say that I wish I could bottle that smell because it's just so incredible.
Okay, so Little Lucy asks, how is the housing progress coming? So
it's
again, a week from tomorrow, we are closing on the house, and we will take you guys on that journey with us. So,
hopefully everything goes well.
Yeah.
So LJ Jordan and company asks, what are some of our other favorite Disney vlogs?
So I'd say Disney Food Blog YouTube channel is a great one because we're total foodies, and that helps us keep up with the new snacks and everything that are coming out when we're not there. I think that's one of our favorites.
We really enjoy watching Mickey Views for like news updates and park updates.
Job.
He does do a fantastic job.
Rick's Flicks I really like over on the Universal side of things. He does a good job over there. Tim Tracker we used to watch a lot of. Kind of before they had the baby, when it was all parks and resorts and all the time. but they do a good job as well.
Yeah. Really, I think that's probably the consistent ones, don't you think? Yeah.
Okay, so M Moats ask, what is the bucket list resort to stay in? What do you think?
I'm gonna say I want to stay in the cabins at Copper Creek, like
not
out
the
there.
cabins in wilderness, but the cabins on the lakefront.
Yes.
Yeah, the new ones.
With the little screened-in porch,
Yeah.
and it just looks lovely.
I would say yes to that. I really want to stay at the Riviera.
Oh yes, really want to stay
And
there.
then I would say a 3-bedroom grand villa theme park view at Contemporary. I've always really wanted to stay at.
At Christmas with a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
All right, so Must Be Luigi asked who created our logo.
So when we created the logo for Addicted to the Mouse over 4 years ago now, we didn't know what was going to come of this thing. It was just somebody random on Fiverr. So we've used that to create all of our logos for everything Fiverr, just this one person. If you're interested in who that was, I'd be happy to send you the contact link for Fiverr. Just shoot us an email, Dan and Leslie at addictedtothemouse.com. But that was it. I just kind of told them some parameters, kind of a color scheme that we wanted, and that guy took it from there, and we made 4 Fiverr visions, but I really like the way it turned out.
Yeah, we've used that same guy, like Dan said, for that one, and then we also have a caricature one of our family for Addicted to the Mouse, and then our Fantastical Vacations logo as well. So, so he's done a fantastic job every single time.
Yeah. Okay, so Paige asks, she is going to Universal for the first time this year. What is the absolute must-do in Universal? And I think without question, it's Harry Potter.
Everything
100%.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Just if you do all of it, then you're good.
Yeah, get the park-to-park pass so you can ride the Hogwarts train back and
Yes.
forth, but you got Hogsmeade, you got Diagon Alley. They're both super immersive, and I don't think one is better for another for any particular reason. They were both fantastic, and they're both different in their own ways. Eat at both places, get some butterbeer, get some ice cream. I mean, just, yeah, go nuts. Harry
It's so
Potter.
fun. All right, so Bridget asks, who is the boss, Dan or Leslie? I wondered what you would say. I guess it probably really depends on what area of our life we're talking about. Finances, totally him.
Kids, family, pretty much everything else. Okay, so Bridget also asks if we have ever considered buying a house to rent to clients or to have for an offsite stay. No.
No.
Houses are so I'm pretty anal, and if anything breaks in the house, like I have to fix it right away. And I can't
That's
imagine
true.
doing that for clients or somebody renting a house. So yeah, I think just owning the one is about all we can handle.
I've had my dishwasher taken apart as well as my oven stove taken apart at 8 or 8:30 at night because something didn't work. So,
So yeah.
all right, hold on, let's.
And then we had one that I forgot to put on here that was asking if we were just rich, and that's how we're able to move to Orlando. And
I wish.
Are we rich?
No.
So, no, we're not. We are normal working people. However, we are about to turn 40 this year, and we have owned a house up until this past year when we've rented this one, sold our other house. So we had some equity built up over owning for like almost 20 years. So that is one reason that we were able to do stuff. And the other is that we have never carried a lot of debt. You can go back and watch our previous videos on how we've tried to get to financial independence to travel. And so that kind of talks through that process. But
Yeah.
no, we're definitely...
I mean, we've definitely made some really stupid mistakes over the years, and we have a previous video that goes over our stupid decisions. But overall, even with the stupid mistakes, I think we've always been fairly good at money.
Yeah, we don't, I mean, so we spend a lot of money going to Disney, but other than that, like we have one car, we don't eat out hardly at all, we cook here every night, so we're just kind of frugal everywhere else.
Yeah. All right, so if you're looking to travel to Disney, Universal, cruise lines, all-inclusives, anywhere else, we would absolutely love to help. We own Fantastical Vacations, and we would be thrilled to help you plan your next magical getaway.
Catch us next week. We will be back here talking about our contract to closing process, everything we've gone through in the moving to Orlando 45 days of crazy that we've
Yeah.
just experienced. We're super excited to get down there and close. Again, if you want to go along that journey with us, just subscribe and hit that bell, and we'll be back every week.
And we have an awesome walkthrough of our brand new house coming up.